Hey everybody, there we go with those weird, awkward starts again. It's Kathy Weiss. Welcome to a bonus message. I'm coming to you live from my reading room here on the central coast of California. And yeah, I totally apologize for that random, awkward start where it tells me we're not connected, but then we are. So, technology and live, you never know what's going to happen. I have a bonus message for you today, and it's sort of a channeled message, and it's just sort of some information that I received in like a clairvoyant image that I feel really compelled to talk to you about. And so this one's going to be a little bit for some of us more esoteric, or a little bit like can't quite wrap my brain around it just yet sort of a thing. And so please, if you're watching live, or even if you're watching this later, and you have questions or comments, throw them out there for me so that it can help me to clarify or help you understand this a little bit better. And if we get to the end of the message and you're still like, yeah, I need more concrete examples, or I really need to know how this applies specifically to my life and I just need more help, then again, comment or message me and I will hook you up and see if we can make sure that you really get this, because it's just kind of sort of profound and really fun and really playful. And so I'm calling this video The Infinite Being of Radiant Light and How to Play the Game. Okay, so clairvoyance means clear seeing, and it doesn't mean seeing with the eyes. It's more something that you see in your mind when I'm quiet and still. Maybe not everyone has the clairvoyant ability, but when I get quiet and still and my thinking mind gets quiet, I will sometimes see images that are representative of information that is coming through to me. And this one was not only an image, but it was like really visceral. Like I could feel what was meant to be understood in my body. And so I did a watercolor painting yesterday. And by the way, thanks to everyone who voted either over here on Facebook or my Instagram story, which is lightworker_Kathy on Instagram, to kind of help me explain to you this image that I saw. So the painting is two-dimensional, and I want you to know that the image that I saw in my mind was absolutely three-dimensional. And I'm going to need to move this image closer and closer to the camera so that you can see right in the very, very center. Now it's starting to show up. Look right here in the very center. There's a little teeny tiny dot. And that little teeny tiny dot is your physical body. This is the physical body and the physical world that you're experiencing. And the rest of this image, all of this light that's expanding outward, is the rest of you. So it's not that you aren't this physical body. It's just that the physical body is such an infinitesimally small part of who you are. And so in this image of the radiant light being that I saw in my mind, there was that little teeny tiny dot of the physical body. And so the rest of it was more spherical, of white light expanding out to golden light. And in the watercolor that didn't quite win, but I still want to show you, there were movement in the outer edge of that golden light, of golden rays moving and expanding outward, just continually growing and expanding outward. And so what I understood is that, again, the physical body that we're living in, the earth and the world that we're living and experiencing in, is infinitesimally small. Where is it? There it is. Infinitesimally small compared to the rest of the truth. And what I heard was the word insignificant. Not in that your life doesn't have meaning or value, because it absolutely does, but that because it's such a small part of this greater truth, that the things that we're turning into really big deals in our mind really aren't, because they're so tiny in this larger spiritual sense. And so just, and behind that was that we should all be asking for so much more than we're asking for, because it is so small, and again, almost inconsequential. And again, not that that doesn't mean there's meaning and value, because there is great meaning and value, but that there's so much more that you could be allowing in because it's such a small part of the reality. And this is where, if it's not making sense, you're going to ask questions or shoot them down here. And so you can start playing a game and asking for more evidence in your life, asking for more of what you're wanting for. And if you're new to this sort of idea, you're going to make it super playful and not put it on like the biggest, most hugest thing, because if you don't believe what you're asking for, you won't be able to receive it. So here is a story that I'm going to tell you to start you off, and then we'll get into a couple more examples and ways that you can play this game. I recently moved into a new home, and the backyard backs right up to a golf course. It's like literally, here's the backyard, chain link fence, golf course. The weekend that we were moving in, some of the people who helped us move found 4 golf balls in the backyard. And then over the next week or so, my husband found 2 more golf balls in the backyard. And I was like, ooh, I want to find a golf ball. I want to find a golf ball. And like weeks went by and I did not find a golf ball. And meanwhile, my husband keeps finding them and I'm not. So one day, just out of like sheer playful lightheartedness, I said out loud, finding a golf ball in the backyard right now is proof that God loves me. And I kid you not, I almost did like a 4-letter word. I kid you not, I walked around into the backyard and laying right in the middle of the grass was a golf ball. Boom, instant manifestation. It was something that I believed could happen, and it was right there as proof. And so to start playing with this and start to manifest more things in your life, you can be really simple and really playful with it at first, just like that. You can say things out loud such as receiving an unexpected text or message from someone that I didn't think would reach out to me is proof that I am an infinite being of radiant light. Or finding a penny on the ground in a parking lot today is proof that the universe loves me. Because all of this radiant light, this greater, broader, more expansive truth, not only of you, but of the entire universe, is vibrating to the frequency of pure positive love. And that is 100% the frequency of everything except for, again, this where is the little tiny dot, that little tiny dot of the physical experience that has fluctuating vibrations. And so if you can trust that everything you ask for will be sent to you in love, you will start to see manifestations of it. And so you can start with little things. Oh, here's another really funny one, just because I'm practicing this along with you guys. I said, seeing a random child's object on the ground is proof that the universe loves me. And when I pulled into the parking lot where I go and take Agnes for her walk, there was this little puffy sticker, like a princess crown with little hearts on it, laying on the ground right by where I parked my car. And so it's like, just being fun and silly with it at first. And then when you get comfortable and you believe and know that what you're asking for will show up from that place of love, you can ask for a little bit more. Say like, finding $1 in a pocket that I forgot about is proof that the universe loves me. Or getting an unexpected check in the mail is proof that the universe loves me. And just see and watch. And now, because it's a game and you're learning a new skill, occasionally what you're putting out there won't show up. And it's not to like freak out and be like, forget it, this stuff doesn't work, she's a crazy lady, whatever. It's just that you're learning a new skill and learning how to apply it. And because it's a game, you get to start over. And that's really fun too, because then you can be like, oh, you know what? I need to go back and try again. And so when you do that, I'm actually like a little bit of more messages coming up. When you do that, know that you have to ask for things that you believe can happen. So if you're asking for something and you're like, yeah, you know what? I don't believe that. And the only way I'm ever going to believe that is when I see it. You've come in from the wrong direction. And so that's why you want to start small and gradually build up to bigger and bigger manifestations. You might build up to the place where you can manifest like a job promotion or a dream vacation that you've always had in the back of your mind, or a new car, or there's like whatever it is that your heart desires, you can manifest it through this process of trusting that you are here for physical experience and that is meant to be really fun and really interesting. But again, because it's such an infinitesimally small part of who you are and who the reality of the universe, or what the reality of the universe is, you can literally fulfill all of your heart's desires through this fun game of asking for proof and watching it manifest. And remembering, as I show you the image one more time, this is a flat, two-dimensional, quick little watercolor I did to help explain it. But the reality of this light is that it is almost like not even perfectly spherical, but more like an egg shape, you might say, and that it's so vast and expansive compared to your physical body that you might as well start having a little bit more fun and start playing with it. And this, guys, just came to me a few weeks ago. This image, and starting to play around and practice with it. So I feel like I'm practicing it with you and I'm understanding it on a real visceral level right along with you. So again, if you're kind of feeling confused or you feel like you need more specific examples to your life, or how to start playing this game from right where you're at, especially if you're like, I don't really believe in that woo-woo juju stuff, or I don't know how to even get started with this. That's a perfect time to reach out and we can get you some guidance or some clarification or whatever it is you need. But the heart of the message is, yes, you're a physical being, and you came to be a physical being on purpose because the rest of who you are is pure positive love. The only way you get to experience anything other than that is by being in a physical body. And so you're here on purpose to experience a wide range of emotions and experiences in life. And since it's so small, start calling it in and start really enjoying all that you can create and let it unfold over time. Oh, good. I just got a little reminder to remind you guys. So the thing is, you really don't want it all at once. You really don't want every single thing right now, because then what? All right? Does that make sense? Like if you manifested every single thing you wanted in this second, be like, all right, now what? And so just asking like for what you need in each day or in each week, and let the manifestations build and unfold. And wow, I hope this is making sense to you guys and kind of creating a little bit of a framework of a fun way that you can start to play with, number one, manifesting everything that you've ever desired over time. And number two, helping you understand your physical experience in the broader perspective of what's going on in the spiritual, energetic realm. And I'm hearing really strongly, I invite you to ask questions, whether you're watching live, whether you want to message me privately because you prefer confidence, or whether you're watching this like in 6 months from now, from when it originally gets posted. I'm hearing that there's a lot of questions lining up, and by asking the questions, we can create more clarity for you, more affirmation for you, and we can help you move forward and start to really experience this on a visceral level for yourself. And isn't that super awesome and exciting? I'm just going to take a little pause and listen to make sure that I've delivered everything that needed to come through right now. So what I'm hearing is that for right now we are complete, but your questions are going to be what prompts the next bonus message. So don't be shy, y'all. In the comments, or if you do feel a little bit shy or uncomfortable, it's totally fine, because you can private message me. And I'm super non-judgmental, and I understand, what can lie behind, like the fears that can lie behind being really open about this sort of stuff for people. And that's going to drive us forward into another new message. So I'm so excited now to find out what the questions are so that we can drive the conversation forward and get you into a place in your life where you're like, holy crap, I am magical. And I am an infinite being of radiant light because I started playing the game and just asking for little small silly things along the way to teach me the skill to help me build into bigger and bigger manifestations in my life just because they're fun and just because I can fulfill all of my heart's desires. Not only can I fulfill all of my heart's desires, it's what I came into my physical body to do. So let's do it together, and I'll keep you posted as I manifest some fun and interesting things, and you keep me posted as you manifest some fun and interesting things, and we'll just cheer each other on and support each other in this really interesting and exciting ride that we're having. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to be back on Monday with another free live intuitive reading, so stay tuned for that, and have a beautiful day. I love you guys. Namaste.